Hi Virgo, welcome to your new love, possibly true love, reading for hello, reading for 19. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. This is for Virgo. All right, Virgo. King of Cups. Some of you could be dealing with a Pisces. This could be your frame of mind or where you're at emotionally and mentally regarding your next love interest. You're ready, you're balanced, you're in a position to be emotionally generous, but it could also be like, you know what, I've been around the block a few times, I'm not falling for certain tricks and I don't want any games. So you might be more reserved or holding back because you don't want low-hanging fruit. This could be male or female. You're just like, you know what, I'm gonna kind of keep my feelings in check. I'm open, but I'm kind of reserved a little bit. This could also be someone you're thinking about. So Virgo, you could be thinking about your Pisces, or you could just be thinking about someone in particular, your significant other in particular, male or female, somebody that you might look up to, that you might think is just really a great catch because they're so emotionally generous and available, and you just are really in sync with them emotionally. Five of Swords, the Fool, the Moon, Page of Swords, Strength, and the Queen of Pentacles. All right. Okay, so we've got someone deliberating here. We've got someone wanting to weigh their options and make prudent decisions about cutting things out of their life that no longer serve them. So you might be in a position where you're kind of waiting for someone while they sort of sort through some things in their life. It's like they're kind of at the crossroads and they're wanting to cut out the things that no longer serve them. It could be too that this person has a propensity to leave something half finished and all of a sudden like go on to the next thing, or like, you know what, this is just too hard sussing this out. I just want a new adventure. I want to go off and do something fun instead of seeing this processing of something through. So this could be somebody that's kind of confused right now, kind of not knowing what to do next. Five of Swords about. Yeah, this is all about cutting out what no longer serves them. This Moon about? This could be Pisces or Cancer, and we've got Capricorn right here. Leo, this could be Pisces. It could be Cancer or Scorpio too, but if we're talking about King, Pisces. We got the Knight of Swords. What else? Knight of Cups. Okay. What about the Tower? Yep. Yeah, this is definitely someone that does not like to, it's almost like they prefer things in the mix. They prefer kind of busyness and staying active, and if something gets too heavy, it's almost like they need a distraction. They don't do well with heaviness or things that are kind of I don't want to say painful, but they just have it's hard for them to hunker down and see something through. They might be prone to distraction, but they are in the process, in a big process of transforming and kind of changing things in their life right now, trying to cut out that no longer serves them. And invariably, when you get through that, there's always a transformation. What's this Page of Swords about? Right. What is Queen of Pentacles about? What's this Queen of Pentacles? What's this Strength about? Okay. All right. Well, now what am I going to shuffle? Okay. So anyway, so this person is going through a transformation. You could be watching and waiting for them. You could be keeping an eye on them. They are kind of going through it right now. They've got this new beginning due to an upheaval. So they've got an ending, and they're probably coming out of it, emotionally processing it and kind of trying to work through it. I think though, when things get too heavy, they do have a tendency to want to, do something to distract them, and that could be setting something down. Let's just put this down for right now and go out for the weekend or go do something fun. But then they don't come back and pick this back up. So then what happens is you get little piles all over the place that are like half finished stuff. And if it's emotional stuff, it needs to get cleared out so the good stuff can stay and the bad stuff can go. And I think that just might be all part and parcel of the process for them. You two are going to meet, or you're brought together probably because they're wanting, all right, I hate to say this, Virgo, but it's almost like they're wanting an emotional distraction. There's a lot of confusion, and it seems like there might be some confusion or some kind of just murkiness and heaviness. It's like we got to do something to distract ourselves and stop all this. And there could be, for you, it's almost like you do something out of character or unexpected online, and they are looking for a romantic relationship. But again, beware that there could be a lot more going on in their life that they need sorting out before they can move forward romantically. There could be kind of some little piles they need to clean up before they can take a relationship to the next level. I think you initiate somehow, Virgo, because it's kind of out of character and unexpected for you. Some kind of offer. This could be online flirting, or all of a sudden it's like, whoa, just, you know what, would you like to go out such and such, or whatever, do this or that, and it's kind of unexpected. They're ready for it, and it could be that you've even been on their radar and they've been hoping for it. But just like I said, keep in mind that there's other things they might need to clean up, and that could be why you're in this position of kind of watching and waiting, because after you do that, have that unexpected encounter where it's like, holy cow, what just happened? Oh gosh, are we doing this? Is this a thing? It could put you in a position, once you find out what they're going through or what they're dealing with, of watching and waiting. All right. Okay, so, interesting. We got the Page of Swords here and the Empress. What else? Oh, the Empress and the Emperor. Okay, interesting. So, this could be that as far as any kind of... Give me a minute here. Sometimes for you, when you are in a relationship, it could be that there's issues of control. There's issues of, I don't want to say codependency, but I'm going to say codependency. It could be that you, sometimes this is watching and waiting. Sometimes this is petty arguments. Sometimes this is a silent treatment. Sometimes this is pulling back and being reserved and not talking about things because you might be like, oh, okay, there's a tendency to kind of pull back and withdraw rather than to communicate. And this could be the reversal of these, which is about control and kind of like codependency. This could also be in an effort to save yourself from over nurturing or over controlling. You pull back as like a safeguard. Like, I know how I am. I know what happens when I want things to be a certain way, and I tend to kind of get in there and want to control or this or that or make it happen and just fix it. And instead of doing that, I pull back to protect myself and also to protect the person. And so this could be that power struggle within yourself, like wanting to get in there and fix it and solve it in relationships. Because, I mean, hello, Virgo, right? So this could be that conflict that you have with yourself about wanting to fix and solve and over nurture and protect and all of that, instead of letting someone kind of work it out for themselves. And again, that puts you in this position of kind of watching and waiting and hoping, because you recognize that this person indeed does have some things to sort out. I feel like you two know each other already. I feel like this is someone on your radar. You know that they're going through something, and you unexpectedly reach out and think, well, hey, why not? Now's a good time to take things to the next level. What do you say? And actually, it looks like they might have been hoping for this. You're on their radar. And it looks, it's funny because it looks like there's an interest there, but that you're still going to be waiting for this person. Even after you find all this out, even after the event happens, whatever that is, it's probably a very fun weekend together. Something happens, and then there's this kind of watching and waiting, and maybe you think it could be really something, like you two are the bee's knees, together and whatnot, but you're standing down because you don't want to get in there and fix it for this person, because this is kind of a lot what this person has to deal with, what they have on their plate. So we've got this being, there's the potential for it to be quite solid, but this person still has to wrap up their endings. They still have to deal with that karmic cycle they just closed out, or what they're trying to purge. And so here you are going, all right, I'm just going to be over here doing my thing. I'm just going to be over here. I'm good. So we still have you being quite solitary while this person still deals with their other issues, that they're whatever they were in the middle of. And I think it's also very unexpected that I think it's unexpected for you two that you realize you had feelings, or this person had feelings for you. I don't think you were expecting that. So it's somebody, I feel like it's somebody that you know. They will be, when the time comes, when the time is right, this person will be a solid foundation. This partnership has the potential to be very solid, very connected, and just a lot of fun, passionately, and you will the practical side of things. But there's, again, we've got this solitary, we've got the Nine of Cups. So we've got someone that's kind of transitioning out of a relationship, okay? And I don't think it's you. I think it's the other person. I feel like you're watching and waiting for this person to wrap their business up. All right, what else for Virgo? What else for Virgo? Simplicity, yay. Okay, we got the Nine of Wands. No, we don't. We have the Nine of Cups, then the Nine of Pentacles. That speaks to just kind of living your life and enjoying your life until things die down for this person. This is very wisely so, Virgo. This is something you don't want to get in the middle of. And I think that's what this is here. You don't want to circumvent this for them. I think you see how important it is for them. And things are kind of murky and unclear for you two right now. You have this sort of moment of clarity, this unexpected something happens. But on the whole, you're like, I'm going to be over here, just kind of keeping to myself and living the life. But this person is definitely on your radar, and there is an interest there, and you will be waiting for them. Or at least the interest will not wane. You might go out and do other things, but there's still going to be a person of interest for you while they're working through their business. What else for Virgo? A fresh start. Releasing the past, starting fresh. A chance for a new start. And we see that here with the Fool. So, yay! It's just that this has to be taken care of first for the other person. So, yay. That's good. Better than things being shut down right after they get started. There's a potential there. It's just that it can't happen yet until that person's finished their business. Can I just say that this is happening a lot? That one person is ready and the other person's like, oh, I got to go back and take care of that. It's happening quite a bit. Okay, so your hard work and determination is creating blessed foundations for the future. And then I got sever. And I think that speaks to, where is it? There it is, the Five of Swords. That speaks to this person needs to finish cutting out which does not serve them. This person needs to finish the process of whatever they're in the middle of. Whoopsie, Virgo. Honestly, the more that, I mean, look at, we got this setting the foundation, hard work, all that, and the sever, and then we got the you being independent. More and more, I think it's very wise of you to kind of let them do them and then come to you when they're ready, because you don't want to get, whatever this is, you don't want to get involved in it. Not that it's bad, you just don't need that heaviness. There's great potential here, but I don't want to muck it up before you two are even a thing. There we go. All right, so we got potential on the other side here, but right now there's things between the two of you that is kind of immovable, this is not something that you can fix. So your best option right now while this person is going through and closing out and finishing things up is to keep to yourself. Keep this Nine of Pentacles and Nine of Wands. Just keep things simple, keep to yourself. And after they deal with whatever is between you two is keeping you two apart, that part of their life they need to wrap up, then we can get to the Tower, which typically speaks to making it official. This is a solid, immovable structure. It's not like it is in the tarot. This is something that's solid, stable, secure, very protective, strong energy. So right now there's issues. This is an insurmountable issue between the two of you that your only recourse, your most advisable recourse, I should say, is the Nine of Pentacles and Nine of Cups, is to just be the happy you and keep things simple and let them sort it out. And then after that's sorted, then there can be that connection and joining together. And we got this new beginning, a fresh start right here, as well as them right here. So no matter how much they kind of want to cut and do that distraction thing, it's like, no, stay the course. They have to see whatever they're going through. Okay. All right, Virgo, I hope this was helpful. Trying to keep these a lot shorter than 5 minutes. I wish you a happy, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.